Team Ecodobo, comprising of Nigel and Vishnu, under the guidance of Professor Abro Roy Chowdhury, present to you an automated solution to e-waste management as a part of Robothon 2021. In India, due to the rise in use of electronic devices and lack of proper segregation, e-waste management has become an increasingly daunting task. E-waste in particular is highly toxic for individuals working in e-waste management plants, and lack of proper health regulations puts these individuals at high risk. Automating e-waste manipulation and segregation would thus ensure the health and efficiency in these plants. Robothon 2021, hosted by TU Munich and Messi München, was thus a pathway to create a standard robot platform that can be directly implemented in the industry. This would bring about the much needed attention to these industries in the form of research and development resources. The problem statement was therefore to create a standard platform that can perform manipulation and segregation of e-waste material. There were 6 manipulation tasks, namely push blue button, which starts the trial, get key and turn key switch, move Ethernet plug to the next port, open battery box and remove batteries, insert batteries into holster, and finally push red button that ends the trial. The initial approach used the UR5 manipulator that was to perform point cloud registration of the taskboard via an Intel RealSense depth camera that is mounted on the UR5. Objects were to be detected from the point cloud using the dimensions and color pertaining to each object. Hand-eye calibration would allow for the transformation from the camera frame coordinates to the base frame once the pose of the object is determined. However, due to unprecedented circumstances, the robot platform had to be changed. The tasks were now to be implemented on the Robot Magician. The Robot Magician is a non-commercial teaching robot and has its limitations. It has a maximum payload of only 0.5 kg, a maximum reach of 320 mm, and a total weight of 3.2 kg. Apart from this, the end effector orientation was limited to rotation about the z-axis. Taking these limitations into consideration, a design approach was made. The camera was to be mounted on the robot to prevent recalibration every time the robot was moved. To tackle the payload capacity, a lightweight camera mount was to be designed to hold the 350-gram camera. An aluminium camera mount weighing 10 grams was designed and bent to give structural integrity on loading with the camera. The gripper is actuated using vacuum and is not strong enough to pick the Ethernet cable over the cable cover. A small plastic piece was therefore attached to the end of the gripper to reduce the force required to pick the Ethernet from its port. The cable was picked up by lowering the attached plastic below the Ethernet cover, gripping onto the Ethernet clip. The battery cover cannot be gripped across its breadth as the gripper is limited in its actuation range. The battery cannot be picked out of the box using the gripper due to the limited degree of freedom of the end effector. To overcome these limitations, 3 adhesive wooden cubes were carved in the shape of the object to be manipulated. These blocks were picked up by the end effector to open the battery cover and pick the battery out of the holder. Due to the limited movement of the end effector, hand-eye calibration could not be performed. To overcome this, a starting point was chosen and the camera end effector transformation was calculated. All information was received at this starting position. Point cloud generation was suboptimal due to the limited degree of freedom of the end effector and therefore the camera. The 2D image processing from fixed starting point was used instead.
The blue button was identified using HSV thresholding and House circle transform. Bilateral filtering, canny edge, and hole filling is performed to refine the edge of the circles. The button coordinates are then transformed to the end effector coordinates and the button is pressed. Circle ejection is performed to identify the screws present on the dashboard. The screws are clustered into 2 perpendicular groups based on its area, creating a screw frame. This is used to localize the dashboard. The orientation information of the dashboard is used to align the gripper with the dashboard. Due to the small dimensions of the key, the depth frame had holes around the key area. Due to black color of the key, it was indistinguishable from the dashboard surface using color frame processing. The position of the key was therefore encoded in the frame defined by the dashboard screws. This was used to pick the key. The circle detection with a threshold on the radius was used to detect the keyhole. The location of Ethernet cable was estimated using HSV thresholding. This estimate was refined by calculating the distance of the Ethernet endpoint to the origin of the screw frame. The port without Ethernet was triangulated using the screw frame origin, keyhole center, and blue button positions. The battery box was segmented using the depth frame image. The image was first thresholded based on the height of the battery color. This image was then filtered using morphological operations to eliminate noisy depth measurements around the battery box. The Jarvis March algorithm was used to find convex hull of the battery box. A bounding rectangle was then aligned with the convex hull and the size of the battery box. The battery positions were at fixed locations within the rectangle identified as the battery box. The battery holster positions were located using the red and blue buttons present at the bottom of the holster. The procedure is same as identifying the task 1 buttons. The 4 buttons are differentiated by calculating the distance of the center of the detected circles from the screw frame origin. Here we have the full demonstration of all the tasks explained.
The solution developed is a prototype that will be extended to a more standard industrial platform, that is the UR5. Better calibration, higher payload, and precise movement of the UR5 will enable a more robust platform to implement in an industry. A force sensor attached to the gripper will allow for feedback-based manipulation. Thank you.